Riding a bike is a beautiful thing. Cycling is a lifelong sport. How lucky am I to be able to ride a bike, to live in a beautiful place where I get to ride my bike, and to have the physical capability to ride up the mountains or on these trails and get to these really cool places.
Pain tolerance is part of my job, and I think that knowing that the pain isn't going to last and knowing that that I'm choosing this pain is a lot different than the kind of pain that I have to endure where I don't know how long it's going to last and that I'm not choosing it. So it's a very different kind of pain that I feel like I can control it.
I started racing bikes when I was 7 years old in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I raced my whole life growing up. I got my first professional contract when I was 18. I raced all through college at the #1 cycling school in the US, while also racing professionally with Team USA. My first race with them was the Women's Tour and the Tour of Britain. It was going really well until about the 4th day. I had a really catastrophic crash, hit a guardrail, broke a bunch of bones, collarbone, shoulder, wrist, fingers, pretty bad concussion, and I also tore 2 nerves right near my spinal cord. So I spent a week in the hospital there recovering and never really got back to cycling at the same level. One of my friends reached out to me and said, "Hey, I think I have a really cool opportunity for you. I think I know something that you would be good at. Are you open to it?" When I heard it was a chance to work with a blind athlete on their road to Paris, I said, "Yeah, of course." Amy's situation is interesting and different than some other visually impaired people because Amy had eyesight. She had full vision until her mid-20s. And I think about that. So she knows what it's like to have full vision and to have that life.
I was diagnosed with juvenile rheumatic arthritis when I was 10 years old. I had what's called erythema nodosum, and I developed iritis, so inflammation of the iris or the front of the eye. They said, well, this is either an acute episode or this could be a chronic illness that I would have the rest of my life. Fast forward 10 years later, went to go see my neurologist, and he sent me to an ophthalmologist who immediately looked in the back of my eye and said, I think you have this rare disease called multifocal choroiditis with panuveitis. And I said, what the hell is that? He goes, well, you had a sinus infection a few weeks ago, and that triggered this immune disease, and it's attacking your retina instead of attacking the virus and the bacteria in your body, and it's going to be a lifelong disease, and you're going to go blind probably within the next year. So my disease went into remission after high doses of oral steroids, and then since then I've had 39 eye surgeries, and I've lost 98% of my vision. Because of the medications that I'm on, the chemotherapy, what can I do that is still competitive and that I love to do? And I'm like, biking is the reason I got into triathlon. I love riding my bike. I love going fast. There's only about 8 tracks in the entire United States, and I happen to live equidistant between 2 of the best tracks in the country. And there happen to be 3 major tandem female pilots in San Diego. I was like, the stars are all lining up. The universe is telling me something. fuck it, I'm just gonna give it a go. Finally to find my why and my purpose again, and to find a sport that didn't define me by what my body looked like, but what it could do. Track cycling saved my life. Honestly, I just haven't found my limit yet. And my limits are constantly changing, right? I've had a variety of setbacks along the way, physical and mental health setbacks that I didn't anticipate. And so my new tolerance or my new threshold changes constantly. Finding that threshold and then exceeding it always surprises me and excites me, frustrates me too. So I think until I find that wall and keep pushing it, I think I'll continue to do this.
Just feel grateful for the opportunity that Amy gave me. It gave me like this drive and this passion that I haven't felt in a long time for cycling. I feel like I've just been riding my bike around aimlessly for the last couple years with really no goal, and now I have a goal. I like that feeling, so I'm happy to be back in it, back in the sport in a way that I never even knew really existed.